going, everyone? It's Liam Catterson here. It's time for another episode of Person of Interest. It's episode number 5 of season 2. Solid start so far with this season, and yeah, enjoyed that last episode, especially with the situation that Riley was in. It was, yeah, I feel like it was going to end one way, wasn't it? So, and it wasn't going to be the happily ever after scenario that I guess he would have imagined, but yeah, it was really, really great stuff. We have Elias back into the fold, him and Finch meeting for the first time, really, after things got a bit dicey with the Irish mob, so yeah, but it was just really, really great to see these two interact, and not just that, though, but of course, you know, with Elias wanting a bit of a chess partner, it was just really, really amazing, and I do low-key want to see more of them two interact. I'm sure we'll get that, but I don't know. I mean, to be fair, Reese did say that Elias, of course, before the betrayal, I think he did say that Elias reminded him of Finch, so yeah. But no, it was just really, really great to have Elias back. So yeah, but I'm looking forward to getting into this episode. So with that said, let's get into this episode of Person of Interest. It is episode number 5 of season 2. Let's go.
Maxine Angelus, New York Journal.
This little game cuts both ways. What will your readers
And she's
think when they
cutting
find
sharp
out
at the
you get their
minute.
Stories using blackmail.
They'll think I'm good at my job. In the next 5 days, New York elects a new mayor, and
Social media, dedicated reporters have to be increasingly creative to get the truth.
Finch, is that feedback?
That's...
No, I simply made the grievous error of buying Bear a squeaky.
Oh, I love the bonding between Bear and Finch. Further and further.
More dirty cops out there? You were right. The feds are indicting dozens of NYPD officers.
on my way.
Ooh. Yeah, we gotta involve HR again, considering the fact that, like, wasn't it Simmons he got away?
Well, the catch is that guy gotta be bulletproof.
Well, thankfully, she knows someone who essentially is bulletproof.
For you? No.
Then again, I think Carter's got plot armor as well, so yeah.
Even you. What do they got?
Why you tell me? Your partner's all buddy-buddy with Donnelly.
Just
you're
creating
gonna
more
find out
fear
what
for
they're
life.
looking for. Are you gonna make it disappear?
And if I don't?
Yeah. He's gonna make you
Well, I guess I'll
disappear.
see it. That goody two-shoes partner of yours, or me. Just do this one thing for us, Lionel. Then if you want out, you're out.
Yeah, but you might come... Look. You're not gonna exactly be like, oh, we won't bother you again.
They are on the outside. The more rotten they are once you crack them open.
Dirty
I actually came by
secrets.
just to warn you. Griffin wants your head on a pike.
Well, tell him to get in line.
I love her. She's got so much confidence.
Griffin.
Boss, I know who it is.
All right, I'm listening.
The head of HR is Christopher Zambrano. The
Christopher
arresting tonight.
Zambrano.
Who is this?
He
My
was
friend.
Sauce.
With HR. When Donnelly was putting in paperwork for the indictments, I heard him talking about Zambrano a lot.
Okay, well, thanks,
That
Melissa.
doesn't necessarily
I'll keep your
mean
name
it
on the
might.
story, too.
I don't know.
Sounds like she's really onto something.
We definitely need to check out Zambrano.
I just feel like Zambrano is obviously going to be a cover.
By the FBI agent hunting HR. So if you're not involved, then how would you explain that?
Shut your mouth. I don't know anything about that, okay? And if you keep on asking questions like this, somebody's gonna get hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Maxine has another illegal information from a secret government machine, John. The last thing we need is publicity.
Yeah, we don't need that out in the open. And
You have to do it without giving her any more proof that the man in the suit exists.
Do you expect me to believe?
Oh,
you're
no.
your legitimate business?
he's gonna have to ghost this.
Yeah, I've heard of her. That woman leaves no stone unturned. How do you expect to work your magic with her around?
That's it, though. He's gonna have to do this within the shadows in terms of protecting her.
The other photo I sent you was Chris Zambrano. Maxine thinks he's HR's big boss.
So he's crooked like his dad, huh?
Oh.
Have you Everything okay,
sensitive.
Fusco?
Fill the indictment.
We'll run it on the website. And
This
back
is
it
very,
once the feds pick 'em up.
Yeah, this is very, very, like, very like, you have to play this very cautiously. She's just ready to cook Zambrano. And I just love her, but I just feel like she might be way in over her head.
Matching algorithm to create the profile of her ideal man. She really likes that you love dogs.
Oh! We're really putting Bear as the wing dog.
Already have. Tonight at 8. You've been flirting all day.
So, he's been talking to Maxine.
You cufflinks I could understand, but buying a $100,000 sports car, was that really necessary?
Relax, Finch. Car's stolen.
Nice car. Let's hope you're not compensating for something.
Wake.
Mr. Reese, wrong answer. Maxine is passionate about her career, and she wants a partner who feels the same way. Okay, time for reinforcements.
Oh, no. This is bad. Oh, Zoe!
Zoe.
Cover of every magazine and newspaper in this country.
He's got the glasses!
Christopher Zambrano. I read your website. Ever worry that writing about a man like that might put you in harm's way?
Oh my god, Reese with the glasses.
Still couldn't hurt to skip town for the weekend.
We have a problem. I just got off the phone with Donnelly, and Maxine's story about Zambrano being the big boss of HR, it's not true.
Ah, shit. I had a feeling.
Oh my god.
The fake news is out there, and
He isn't even a suspect. But then she wrote that thing, she put a bullseye on his chest. Every crook HR school,
Ah,
every
shit.
cartel they worked with.
yeah, he's dead.
We didn't get here in time.
Had a feeling, and she's gonna feel like absolute shit.
Yeah.
Just how Fusco will walk past. Why are you wearing black? I'm not gonna ask.
Some first date, huh?
Maxine Angelis. Special Agent Donnelly, FBI. You're gonna answer some questions.
You know what's funny though? He's looking for the guy in the suit right in front of you.
With Zambrano and
Screwed up. Zambrano wasn't HR's boss. He was the witness that could bring the boss down.
Oh.
Zambrano's father was the mob's point man with HR, and he kept records.
Oh, shit.
With names. The first choice of criminals and virtually impossible to trace. So, congratulations, Miss Angelis. You just got played. Probably by the real.
Like
head
a
of HR.
violin. Yeah. That was what I was worried about. You're gonna get this anonymous tip and all of that, and you're gonna take that as face value, really, in terms of, okay, well, this is enough for me.
Yeah, look, we're gonna have to use this thing to discredit you. Everything you wrote about Griffin. We're throwing you under the bus, Max.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
you're a true friend, Quinn.
One bad day and it can all be in shambles.
To find your name, and when I do, I will put a picture of you in handcuffs on the front page of this paper.
I mean, I don't blame her for being determined, but
And I need to get her to stop before she gets herself in trouble.
yeah, that's the issue.
I can't stop you from hurting or wanting to fix this. But I just don't want you to think you're alone. Get out!
Shit!
Oh shoot, I've got your dog.
Ah! I love that.
Call the cops.
Which ones? If HR's boss is still out there, I don't know who to trust.
Any idea who was shooting us?
Oh yeah,
No,
great.
but if they're trying to kill me, I must
Great
be
place to
doing
hide,
something.
right?
When were you ever going to need all those? You shouldn't have brought her back here, Mr. Reese. Even the best lawyer just
It's
goes
his
so
place.
deep. The longer she stays, the more questions she'll have.
Imagine how many questions she'll have if she comes out and sees you here.
Did you get a good look at the minute?
Babes. Cheap, untraceable, anonymous.
Yeah.
And if they get caught pulling dirty tricks, it save their ass.
Council is deplorable. Is this the
Yeah,
kind of experience
him.
we want running our city?
Guy, and nobody ever looked at the good things he did. If he were looking for a place to hide that ledger, maybe he would put it where he thought no one would go looking.
Oh. You think the carousel, don't you? Yeah. He was imported the horses. Just like, you know, trying to find that fake wall, isn't it? Except it's like a fake horse, I guess, in this instance. Ledger?
I've called Detective Carter and help is on the way, Mr. Reese. I know it goes against your nature, but you can't take action without Maxine learning who you really are.
She's gonna have to, but she's gonna be internally grateful.
I'll try to keep that in mind. I gotta tell you, Maxine, she's not here in official business either.
Oh, heck. Yeah, they really had them there, but at least they can take your lights out if they need to. Oh, speaking of lights out, lights on. Oh, Walker. Oh, heck. Oh, heck. Leave no trace in this. And Simmons, of course, gets to live another day, really.
You're never out.
You want anything else from me? Never mention my kid again.
I'm not a threat to your son, Lionel. You are.
Jesus Christ. I hate how he's like got this vulturous presence over like Lionel.
Soup?
No, you were right. Urban legend. And with the week I just had, if there really was a man like that, I think I'd have met him by now.
She knows. But, you know, she's eternally grateful.
To mastermind something this complicated. All right. If Walker isn't the real head of HR, who is?
Yeah, unless...
Put my name on the payroll. Who needs money when you have real power? The politicians come and go.
Shit! Well, holy shit! Okay. So... Holy shit. That was the guy... So, he was with Figgy this whole time, wasn't he? With Maxine. Shit. Holy damn. He was there. It's so weird. It's so interesting though. Like, there's been this whole kerfuffle. There's been this whole kerfuffle about trying to find the head, and Maxine was talking to him this whole time and all of that. Yo. That is, yeah. That is just smart and all of that. Holy shit. It's kind of like with, like, Donnelly. Like, oh, I'm trying to find our man in the suit. He's right there. He's got the glasses. But I guess at the end of the day, yeah, that... Holy shit. That was great. That was really, really wonderful. Yeah, I did find it very, very great stuff with this episode. An absolute thrill, because this episode entailed on finding out who was spearheading HR. And of course, at the end of Season 1, we knew that we'd still be dealing with some ramifications of HR, because whilst there was a a big hit when it came to HR. They were still active, weren't they? And Simmons was a testament to that, who came back in this episode. So, yeah. And yeah, I'm not sure if what Fusco did is going to bite him in the ass later on. Obviously, there was that whole situation of excuse me, there was that whole situation of Simmons having a gun behind his back, but also to preserve his own situation as well. So yeah, but yeah, now we like the fact that Walker and Griffin, I think his name is Ed Griffin, yeah, the fact that they were thrown in there was just really, really great as a nice little cover, wasn't it, in terms of who the real culprit was. Quinn it was his name, wasn't it? So yeah, so that was that was a nice reveal there, because I mean, I wouldn't have, like, I mean, to be fair, it was looking to either be Ed or Landon, wasn't it? And of course, there were a few suspicions from Finch, really, in regards to, you know, the play that the true head of HR would make and all of that. It's, you know, you don't want to get so sloppy, and it just makes so much sense when it comes to, like, with Maxine and how determined she was in terms of cracking this case and all of that. This really throws her off HR's back, given her determination and all of that. As well as the fact that the person, I guess the person you least suspect is the one that is going to be, well, I don't know if least suspect is the right word, but, you know, when she encountered Quinn and all of that, I don't think there was a thought that crossed her mind that was thinking, oh, maybe he could be the head of HR for all we know. So, yeah, but, yeah, I mean, it's that whole situation of, you know, you're looking for the person that is running the show for HR, and he's just right there, right in your face, and you have no idea. So it's the same with Agent Donnelly, really, because he's like, oh, I'm so determined to catch our man in the suit, and he's just right there with the glasses on. So, yeah. I know, of course, as I mentioned quite a few times, this show does like to pull little remnants of, I guess, Batman into this universe. You could really say that they did pull a bit of a Clark Kent, really, as well. So, just with the glasses and all. Actually, no, it's reminding me of that episode. I think it was when there was an episode. I think it was in one of the Justice League animated shows where I think it was Clark had to embody. He had to be Batman, so he had to fill in for Batman that one time, so long time ago. But if you know, you know. And this is literally it, is like John basically being Clark Kent and all of that. But it literally is that as well, with the fact that, you know, he's got the glasses and all of that, and no one's the what. Like, yeah, so, like, Agent Donnelly is... Because I don't know if he's had a clear look at, like, John and all of that. Like, I can't remember if... yeah, because I think he did, but he's right there with the glasses on, and no one's the... Like, he's none the wiser, so... Yeah, but... yeah, it was just really, really... it was just really, really great stuff, though. It was great to see Zuri return as well. I love the involvement she had at first as well when it came to and the whole date thing was hilarious itself anyways, but adding Zoe into the equation was just masterful, as well as her being, of course, very, very fundamental in this whole situation, especially with Landon and all of that, and the idea that he was gonna be the one pulling the strings behind the scenes, really. So, yeah, because I was also thinking back about that comment and all of that, and, you know, we didn't get too much of his presence and all of that, but there seems to be this whole You know, nice demeanor on the outside, but rotten on the inside potentially. And yeah, so, but yeah, it was great to see Zoe back. Can't go wrong with our Catwoman, can we? So, no, I really, really did like the whole date scene scenario as well, because I found it absolutely hilarious with, because there was that idea that, okay, well, we have to play this tactically, because, obviously you don't want your cover to be blown, right? So, you create a fake, well, yeah, it's essentially a fake profile. I mean, nothing serious was ever going to come out of this, but you create this profile. Finch has been, you know, texting just to set the scene and all of that. It's just so hilarious. I just love the fact that, you know, the apartment scene came up and yeah, like Finch was like, "Oh shoot, the dog!" Like, yeah, and then he brought the dog to the apartment, hid in the closet. It was absolutely just terrified with the amount of guns there were in that, and then he even gave Reese a bit of a lecture there. So, yeah, the whole dating aspect was very, very fun. Obviously, all part of the plan and all of that, but. I think it was done really, really well, which would lead to obviously the kerfuffle that both Maxine and Reese would be involved with. Obviously, when she made a bit of an upsie with Zambrano and got him killed. And I don't know about you, but I just kind of was getting, like, you know, fake news kind of vibes and all of that, obviously, with her getting so eager to throw Zambrano into the lion's den and all of that. So, especially when she got the anonymous source and all of that. And yeah, it's always that whole situation of verify your sources and all of that, where because that was the thing that was like bugging me. Like, you know, like, you've got this anonymous call saying, yeah, Zambrano, yeah, he's the one you want. So, and yeah, you're just thinking, girl, you need to verify this shit, because otherwise this could go bad. And it did go bad. So to the point where, you know, Maxine not only had a target on her back and all of that, but also felt like shit that she well, not just the fact that she felt like shit that she got an innocent person dead, but the fact was that Zambrano and Donnelly, like, they were talking and all of that, and, you know, this argument you're not involved with, and you're getting the wrong ID. You don't know what they're arguing about, really. So, yeah. So I really, really love the explanation of, like, what... Like, I did have a bit of a feeling when, of course... I mean, not just with the anonymous source and all of that, but, you know, with how early there was that confrontation between Maxine and Zambrano. Yeah, he was not going to be, like, involved with HR or whatever. Or, well, he was technically, but this was all about the ledger, wasn't it? Not him being the true head of HR. So yeah, but yeah, it was a bit of an upsie. So, and I can't blame Donnelly for being a bit pissed and all of that. So, yeah, because that's it though. Like, you've got someone who isn't really a Fed. She is a journalist and all of that, and you do admire her determination and all of that, because she can confront these, like, terrifying presences and all of that, and she's not deterred whatsoever. But you're going to have someone who is going to jeopardize things in terms of the whole HR and all of that. So, yeah, yeah, so, but yeah, I couldn't exactly blame Donnelly for being a bit angry there. So, yeah, but yeah, it was just really, really great stuff, though, because it did create, like I said, a bit of a kerfuffle, and obviously prior to what happened to Zambroni, like Zambrano, you had that she was the number anyways, wasn't she? Because of the fact that she was getting herself really, really involved with HR to the point where she was speaking to the boss of HR unknowingly. So, yeah, but yeah, it just got a lot more worse. And then, of course, with the fact that John had to keep his nose, like he had to keep a distance and all of that. Yeah, I did like the fact though that she, like the ending with her and with her and John. I did kind of get the impression that she knew that he was the man in the suit, but I feel like, given the whole Zambrano incident and all of that, I feel like that kind of was a bit of an education in terms of like, okay, well, not publicizing him on the front cover and all of that. Like, I mean, Zambrano got executed because of the fact that she mistakenly put a target on his back, basically, and she's seen what John has done, and rather than thinking that he is this terrifying force and all of that, he is, a force of good, basically. And he's got the charm as well, but also, like I said, he is a force of good. He was able, because without John, she would have been dead. Plain and simple. I mean, at the end of the day, she's a journalist who's very, very determined and could play with fire quite a bit. So, yeah, but... yeah, like I said, I feel like she knew, but this was her way of being like, I'm not going to expose you. She was just playing, the whole Bantz card, basically, given the fact that, I would have known, like he's just an urban legend, basically. Yeah, I would have known if if I found the man in the suit, etc. But she did. She knew. This was just her way of saying, "Don't worry, I'm not going to expose you. I know, but I'm not going to do anything because I know the work you do is very, very important to everyone." And she's eternally grateful that because she was going downhill, and without John, her whole life would have been in the toilet. I mean, her career was almost jeopardized. It seems like there's a bit of a redemption there, and she had people on her back and all of that, and John was the saving grace really for her. So, and she's not going to actually, out him. So, and like I said, with Zambrano, there is a bit of a lesson there, really, in terms of like how she put a target on his back, basically. And yeah, and I did love the fact that she was the whole situation was she was the perpetrator in a sense, as well as the one to be protected, given the fact that, like I said, people were after her. But she was also the perpetrator without any kind of intent. Like, she didn't mean to have Zambrano killed, but she got overzealous, didn't she? And because of that, yeah. So without knowing about the fact that without knowing the fact that he wasn't HR's boss, he was someone who could bring down said boss. So with the ledger and all of that. So yeah, like I said, you play with fire too much and then you're gonna get burnt, and then that's what she did. And I guess you could say she nearly got engulfed by the flames, really, if it hadn't been for John. So yeah. But it was just very, very fun stuff, like, just this entire episode. So, like I said, in terms of, like, finding out who HR's boss is, and just returning to that plot line in general. So, and, you did feel a bit for Fusco as well, with the fact that Simmons said that, once you're in, you're never out, and it does kind of feel like that. Like, well, given like I said, given the ending of season one, you had a feeling we'd be picking back up with the whole HR element and all of that. But even by ripping out the pages and removing yourself from being arrested and all of that, for example, you know, and with Simmons saying that basically after with their second meeting, you know, there is that just sense of dread, isn't there? So yeah, but this was really fun. Yeah, I really did like the chemistry with Maxine and John. Really loved that. But I also really loved what they did with Maxine's character. Like, she wasn't like this overzealous character who was also annoying. She was just very bold, and she was very likable from the very get-go. But the way that her story played out was just really great, especially in terms of, you know, I'm going to lead with this anonymous source, for example, and yeah. And making a bit of an not just a small accident. It's not just like, and that's another good thing as well. It wasn't like a small incident. I mean, I say a small incident. You know, you could still make some pretty big impacts in a detriment. You know, by speculating on fake news and all of that, but this was massive stuff when it came to, you know, the whole HR situation, to the point where Donnelly was pretty lenient, as some would say. So, given the fact that he was a witness, Zambrano, and Maxine had him killed, and this whole this whole situation about finding HR's boss just seemed like it was. It completely imploded, or exploded, should I say, because of this journalist who wasn't an undercover FBI agent or anything like that. She was a journalist who got very overzealous, and she got, like I said, without intent and all of that, she got Zambrano killed, and yeah, like, this whole thing just completely just shattered. But thankfully, well, I guess we're able to salvage it with the fact that we know that Quinn is the boss of HR. So yeah, but I loved that ending. So good. But yeah, great episode. Really good stuff. Yeah, season 2's continuing to kill it. I'm really enjoying this season. So yeah. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You could also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care. And I will see you guys next time. Toodles!